What's up, everybody, and welcome back. My name is Camden, and I want to say thank you to everyone watching this right now on YouTube. So shout out to all the amazing teachers all around the world. You know who you are. And to everybody out there on the Messenger, Facebook Messenger, you know who you are. Thank you very much. All the messages, all the thanks, all the blessings and gratitude your way. Now, why did I turn down $60 an hour? Well, it was more. I'm just gonna round it up to $60 per hour to teach English as a foreign language. That's right, a TEFL job that was going to provide $60 per hour. First, where was it located? It was located in China, in Beijing, in the capital city, with about 23 million people, if probably over that by now. And so I'm going to give you a few things today that are really going to help you, not only as a teacher, because I'm going to give away a lot of nuggets here in this less than 15-minute video on YouTube, but I'm also going to share some things that probably will help you to avoid some things. You might already know these things. Now, the first thing I'm going to say is last summer was probably one of the peak, it was like the peak moment in my career on Palfish. It was in July. I already made a video about that. How much money do I make? I talked about that. But in July of 2017, it was like at 6 weeks into having Chinese training, 6 weeks into having an internship with me, and then, hired as a Chinese assistant with me. And things were just flourishing. Live shows, live series. I was learning about the Chinese culture. It was just booked all day, 7 days a week. I was taking like no time off. And at that time, I was like, my ego was just getting really worked up. It was getting a bit out of control. And over time, I knew that I was going to visit China, and I just didn't know exactly when. So I was going to wait till the heat of the summer had passed. And then my live shows were just building so much momentum. And then I booked my ticket. I got my visa right here in Chiang Mai, by the way. And it's a beautiful day, isn't it, right? It's actually a little cloudy today, but it feels great. I love to see the water. That's why I bring these videos out to you guys. By the way, just a quick question. Do you like videos outside by the pool, or do you like them, inside? You like to switch it up? Let me know. I'd love to know. Yeah. So, last summer, as I was saying, I got my visa to go to China, and then I booked my ticket, round trip from Chiang Mai to Beijing, and I stayed in Beijing for about 4 days. Now, before I even came, there was tons and tons of people. Like, my assistant was bringing her 2 friends, and they were all going to meet me in Beijing. I was going to meet students and meet parents and families. And it was just like getting like, not out of control, but it was just like, whoa, like, is this really happening? And already so many people have already asked me, like, do you want to be an internet celebrity in China? And of course, when people tell you that, like, things are going really well in your career and you got so many great relationships with your students and you're building and growing, and then people tell you this kind of stuff, and then, it is a lot to take in. So anyway, when I got to China, I met with this one guy. By the way, Michael, you're awesome. Thank you so much. And he bought me a book to start learning about the Chinese language. And he was kind of laying things out with me and basically telling me that if I wanted to come to Beijing, if I wanted to move, that he would open up a studio. He would get some office studio space in Beijing and he would invest in me. So having someone invest and like wanting to open up a center, an English center in Beijing, from just having a few classes with me and just from having my profile. That's why I really recommend you guys gotta build up your Palfish profile. All you guys waiting on stuff like that. That's why this, oh my gosh, I got a lot of great stuff to share with you guys. So when that happened, I was like, wow, I can open up a studio, an English center in China. I'm learning the language. People are paying for stuff. It's amazing. What's going on? Like, is this a dream? So then when I came back to Thailand, I was like, like, whoa. And it was like a whole reality shift. So anyway, while I was in Beijing, there was a job, and they were offering me like 500 RMB Chinese money, which is like, it's like 64 dollars. Excuse me, 74, $75. So I just said 60. I mean, so I turned down a job that was like quadruple, like 5 times more than what I was making. And I'm going to tell you right now why I didn't take that position. And by the way, you might ask, why did I bring out this calendar? Why did I bring out this calendar? I brought out this calendar because not only to remind myself that time is precious, but I want you guys to realize that this is the year for you to take action on your teaching career. Whether you are an experienced teacher or whether you are an inexperienced teacher, whether you have TEFL or no TEFL, degree or no degree, this is the year for you to take action, okay? And thank you to everybody out there. So the first thing I'm going to say is money doesn't buy happiness. And most of you guys probably heard that many, many times. But the reason why is because every time I have done something just for the money, whether it be $5 or whatever, no matter how small, no matter how big, it always burned me in the end. And who had to pay the ultimate price? Me. So if you do something for the sole base of money, then maybe not today or tomorrow or next week, but sometime down the road, you're going to get a taste of your own medicine, as we all do, and as we all need. Checks and balances in life keep us where we need to be. You can't have the good without the bad, and you can't know what joy is like unless you don't understand what sadness can feel like, okay? That's why empathy is great in the world, compassion for each other. And that's why all you amazing teachers out there, make sure you're getting really into the students. And I'm going to teach you guys how to teach these students online or in a classroom. It doesn't matter. Been doing it for 8 years. So the third thing I'm going to say is, after money doesn't buy happiness, and every time I did something for money, I got really, really burned. Number 3 is, I love Beijing. I think it's an amazing city. I was only there for a few days, but there's so much stuff to check out, like history and the culture, and then the different dialects and the vegan restaurants. And of course, there's lots of other type of restaurants if you're not a vegan, so don't worry. And then the parks and the Great Wall. I'm going to go back this year in the spring. I want to walk on the Great Wall and show you guys that, okay? So, and I hope that you get to have that same opportunity as well. Yeah. Yes, it's about all of us achieving our dreams as teachers. We're teaching the future. So we need to put ourselves not on a pedestal, but we need to act as a leader, okay? So the next thing is, why did I want to live in a big city? Well, if I was like 21, 22, and I was going to get a whole bunch of money, then I probably would have gone ahead and done that. Now, I still feel young, and I believe 31 is pretty young. 30 is the new 20. So I'll just say that I wanted to have a place, to call home. I always believe home is right here, mind, body, and spirit. But, if you're traveling and you don't have a place to come back to, well, I can always go back home with my family, but I want to have a place, a foundation, a home base. And I believe that in the north of Thailand, not Chiang Mai, not just Chiang Mai, but like in the north of Thailand, I think that has got great, great potential to try to find a home base, somewhere to call my home, So if I move to another big city and start all over again, then I have to start all over again. And the money is great, but it's not going to buy me happiness. And if I'm in a big city, look at this. You see this right back here? Those are mountains. Let me tilt that up a little bit. Can you guys see that? That's okay. But right behind me are mountains, And that's why I love being here, surrounded in nature. Yeah, there's motorcycles and there's cars behind me also and things like that. Just like anywhere else you're going to go. Unless you're in the Amazon, I want to go there too. So the next thing I want to touch on real quick is the Palfish, okay? The Palfish money is great. also. But I didn't want to go and to teach at a school because I love the freedom that Palfish gives me. I love the freedom to be able to be here. And, you know, teaching English online is so much fun and I love it. But really, it's almost coming to a point where, like, getting out here, I was nervous before I made this video. I was like, oh no, I gotta get a video out for everybody. What am I gonna do? And I knew it. It came to me. I was planning it last night, and then the answer and the message came to me right then as I was washing the clothes with my hand out back on the deck, out back on the balcony. I was thinking about home and my deck in VA, Virginia, baby. So Palfish, it just gives you the opportunity to be free, you know? And even if you got to go teach at a school, that's okay too, because there's still freedom in that. Because you're making good money, you're in a circle of great people, most likely, and you're gonna have time to get away. You're living in a different country. It's a whole new ball game. It's a whole new experience. That's beautiful itself. That's an experience of itself. But sharing these messages with you guys now, sharing these videos and coming out here and creating this for you guys is what's really bringing all this amazing fulfillment to me. Like, I sleep better. I wake up at 4:58 a.m. in the morning sometimes because I'm like just so ready to start, and I'm still chill. I can still get down and meditate. I'm still working out in the gym. I'm still reading my book, even if it's one chapter a day. It doesn't matter. A little bit at a time goes a long way. Just like I said, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I don't want to be an internet celebrity. I don't. You know, I couldn't really find the way to put that off right now. But that's not what I want to do. I don't want to be an internet celebrity like all these other guys coming into China, learning the language. I'm learning the language for my own self, not to make money. I'm learning the language because I'm motivated to be able to communicate. I used to try to learn Chinese because I was like, oh wow, it's a great way to make money. And then I realized, making money is a byproduct always of doing what you love. Shout out to Ralph Smart on Infinite Waters. Thank you so much for your guidance and your mentorship from all your videos. So I came to a point where it was a 3-month period. I went to China 4 times last year in the last 6 months of the year. So like, it was a winding down. And then even in the fall, I started to have less classes. My hours were getting reduced. And I realized like, oh my gosh, I can't take this anymore. Not Palfish, but this like constant bombardment. Like, yeah, people in my, like, I would stay up to like 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 a.m. in the morning, trying to talk to people for free. Because I thought that like, well, number one, I really cared. I love people. But I thought that if I kept doing all this, that it was going to take me more and more and more. And I don't have regrets because of all that extremity of being too far on one side has taught me a lot to come back to full balance. And now all I want to do is do a good job for these kids. That's all I want to do. It's an amazing, amazing, amazing job. Whether you're working in a school or online, you're with kids or you're with students, you're helping to improve people's lives through English, and that's the best feeling in the world. So remember that. You're doing a great job out there. And no matter where you are in your life, love and accept yourself for who you are. I was eating myself up the other day, and I just said, you know what? No. I love and I accept myself for who I am and for where I am right now in my life. And even though where I am right now is not going to, it's not where I'm going to be in the future. Okay? So to everyone out there, thank you so much. Make sure you send me a friend request on Facebook if you got any questions. I'd love to help you out so I can start teaching you how to become a better teacher. If you're interested in that certification course, hit me up on Facebook. I got a lot of great live videos. I got a special surprise I'm going to do tonight in my personal life. So if you want to check that out in my live story, Instagram, make sure you head over to Instagram as well. And to all the Palfish teachers, to everyone, all the people that have been supporting this channel, every comment, every single like, so much gratitude. Thank you so much. Kapkun mak kap. Gracias amigos. Pura vida.